Hello and welcome to Calculus Mathematics, where we make maths very simple for all. It doesn't matter the level you find yourself, whether you're in the primary, GHS, SHS, or even tertiary. Today, we want to find the difference between two numbers. One of them is called a prime number, the other number is called the composite number. So the first is a prime number. Prime number or prime numbers. Question: what is a prime number? And what makes a prime number a prime number? And what are some of the examples of a prime number? 1. The definition of a prime number is simple. Any number that do have only two factors is a prime number. Straightforward, simple. Any number on earth that do have only two factors, that number is qualified to be called a prime number. Let me give you some examples. The first, let's say the first 10 or 20 prime numbers. We have 2 as one of the prime numbers. I mentioned them. 3, we have 5, we have 7, we have 11. We also do have 13, we have 17, 19, we have 23, we have 29. We also do have 31, 37, we have 41, 43, 47. These are some of the examples of a prime number. Why do you say 2 is an example of a prime number? Yes, 2 is an example of a prime number because 2 do have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. And why do we say 1 and 2 are the only factors of 2? Because on earth, they are the only numbers that can divide the 2 without the remainder. Let's see. 2 divide the first factor, which is the 1. 2 divided by 1, meaning if you have one person to share 2 oranges, the answer is just 2. The same thing, if you have 2 divided by a second prime number, which is the 2, the answer is a whole number, which is 1. Since the answer is a whole number, then they are the only two numbers that can divide 2 without a remainder. You can think of any number at all, whether we can divide the 2, that will give us a whole number, apart from this 1 and 2. And that is why they are the only factors of 2. The same thing applies to 3. Has only two factors, 1 and the number 3 itself. Same thing 5, the same thing 7, the same thing 11, up to any number at all. So it's good to know maybe the first 10, 20, prime numbers. So now let's look at composite numbers. Quick one. Let's look at the composite and what is a composite number. And what makes composite number a composite number? And what are some of the examples of the composite number? Now, composite number or numbers. Composite numbers, on the other hand, they are numbers with more than two factors. The factors of a composite number, they are more than 2, unlike the prime number. And the reason why we call them composite numbers, because they have more than 2 factors. What are some of the examples of composite number? So the first composite number we have is 4. We also have 6. We have 8. We have 9. We have 10. We have 12. 14. 15. 18. 15, 16, 18. We have 21. We have 22. We have 24. And so forth and so on. These are all examples or some of the examples of a composite number. Why do we also call them? Because they have more than 2 factors. Let's take the first example. 4 as one of the composite numbers. Let's see how many numbers can divide the 4 without a remainder. And those numbers qualified or made the 4 to become a composite number. The first number that can divide 4 without a remainder is 1. The second number that can divide 4 without a remainder is 2. The third number is the number itself, that's 4. So let's see, let's practically see what I'm talking about. So we have 4 divided by 1. The answer is 4. The same 4 divided by the second factor, which is the 2. The answer is 2. And 4 divided by the last factor, which is the 4, the answer is 1. They all give you whole number. They all give whole number. And because their answers are whole number, that makes the 4 the number which is a composite number, because it's having 3 factors. And the reason why the factor 1, 2, and each, why we call it factors. We call it factors because they are the numbers that can divide the given number, which in this case the 4, without a remainder. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Bye-bye.